Hello, stamping friends. I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I have some paper pumpkin alternatives, and I am a little bit behind on getting these filmed and uploaded, so I still wanted to do those because I have not received the June paper pumpkin yet, but this one is the May paper pumpkin. That is the sparkling celebration, and so I wanted to show you what I came up with for my alternatives. So this is the first one that I'm going to do, and it is a gift card holder. So let's get started with that. What I did was bring in a full card base, and this is the one that has the misty moonlight and the stars, and pardon me, I just cut this or scored this and cut this to make this gift card, and it's really simple, really quick. And here are the instructions how I did that. I used one card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's already scored at 4 1/4 for us. And then from the bottom up, we are going to do 1 3/4 score, and then we'll fold it on that 4 1/4. And then do a cut line at an angle up from the bottom. So I'll leave that up there. I don't know if that'll help. And we're also bringing in a couple colors. This is Secret Sea, and then we're also doing Daffodil Delight. It's so hard to see it on that end, but it's Daffodil Delight and I said Secret Sea. I'm sorry, Berry Burst. Oh my goodness. So ignore the first word. So we're going to fold this in half. Just a little bit here, and I'm going to go ahead and score that, or it's scored, but I'm going to go ahead and burnish. I'm trying to make certain it's lined up right here. Sometimes they're a little bit off. Just crease that because I want to know exactly where my line is. Let me grab my paper cutter. There's not enough room on my desk for this. I had to reach behind me. So we are going to score from the front. We're going to come up at 1 3/4. So this is going to be, I think I'll do this one as my bottom. I'm just looking to see about the card or the stars on it. So 1 3/4. I want to make certain I have the scoring to the cutting blade. I'm going to score right there. So we have that score line there at the bottom. And I think we're done with the paper cutter. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and fold this up, and we're going to burnish that score line. This is a really quick and easy one. And then now we're going to fold it back on that 4 1/4 score line, and grab my paper snips, and we're going to come over just a little ways, and we're going to cut directly up to that point where that 1 3/4 score line is, and then cut that away. And then that's the trash, and this is the way that it looks. Now that I do want to bring in a corner rounder, we no longer have a corner rounder, but whenever we do have one, I keep it on hand, and that is the trio. So I'm going to go up here to this corner, and I want to make certain it's all the way up in there. And press, and then I want to push this one all the way up in there. And press, and then down here at the bottom, we're going to corner round, but this one's going to be tougher because of the fact that we're going through 2 pieces of the cardstock, and this is fairly thick, so it takes quite a bit of pressure. And so we're going to come in here with this one. We make certain that we have it all the way up in there, and press. Okay, so I'm not using all of the bits and pieces in the kit. I saved those for later, so the tear tape and the ink spot, but I also changed the colors for this for the ink spot. But I'm going to grab my larger tear tape, Find that end. I found it, but I can't get it to come peel up. There we go. Just a little bit. I'm going to turn it on its side, and this right here, I'm just going to put a little piece. I'm going to kind of measure it out, and I'm going to slide that right on that very edge. Now, if it hangs over just a little bit, I'll show you how to fix that. Okay. I'm going to take it again. We're going to measure on this end. And you can do the tear tape prior to the rounding that corner. I want to grab my Take Your Pick tool to make this just a little bit easier. Peel that up. And then I'll peel this one up as well. Now, if there's anything hanging off, you just kind of roll it to the inside. Then we're going to come straight up and then press those. Oh my, I did it differently, so that's okay too. I think I was supposed to save half of that card base, but that is okay. I was supposed to do one, but you can do two. And I'll just have to live with that. So now then, I need some thread, and this is our baker's twine, and I need enough to go around the whole thing and still be able to tie. So I don't know if I'll have enough cardstock or the card bases to do one of my other ones. I will have to see, because I did do a little something a little bit different on this, and so I'm just winging it. I did not make it where, when I did my measurements there, I did not make it where I took in the consideration all the other stuff, so that's okay. I think when I made it, or made the other one, I don't think I thought about it. I'm going to go ahead and tie this. It just makes this one a little bit bigger. That was more like a tag. So you just wing it. I'm going to tie this, and I'm going to go upside down. And I don't want to tie it in a knot because I want them to be able to, the recipient to be able to untie this, get their gift card, and still have the card itself. So like that, and then I want to make certain that that is adhered right there. All right, so now then I have two pieces. This is a scrap piece of Lemon Lolly, and then this is from the kit. So I'm going to take that sunburst or the fireworks, and I want my Daffodil Delight. Now on this one, I inked the yellow color onto there, and it was either Daffodil Delight or the Lemon Lolly, but it made the rest of it run. So I did not like that. So I'll stamp that, have that little fireworks there, and then I want to bring in the Take Time to Celebrate. It was on the back of that because I'm using them together. I'm going to ink that up in the Berry Burst. And we're going to put that through the middle. And there we go. That's our thing there. So I want to take our little firework. I'm going to ink it up in our Daffodil Delight. And then I have a brush here. I'm going to tap it in the Berry Burst. And all I'm going to do is just tap around the edges of this, just to kind of blend some of the ink. And breathe on it. I'm going to stamp here on this Lemon Lolly. And it gives you a, two-toned color. It's hard to see because it's got a really bad glare. So I don't know if you can see it there. And then I'm going to do that again. But before I do it, I have to clean up my stamp. Otherwise, the berry burst ends up in my Daffodil Delight ink. So I'm going to take and I'm just going to add that berry burst on the outside edge again. I didn't re-ink this. I could. I'll breathe on that and stamp. And there we go. We have 2 of them. One's a little bit darker than the other, but I am fine with that. So we're going to close these up like that. And then I'm going to take those snips and I'm just going to quickly cut these out. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just kind of zigzag around the bottom of this where, you know, the little ends are from the burst of the firework, and then just kind of go around it. I mean, you don't have to be perfect with this. It's just a really quick fussy cut. I think I'll go just a little bit up into that one. So there we go. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Just kind of, like I said, a quick and easy. This one's really easy because you don't have to be, now I am staying away from the line the best that I can. And if I snip a little bit, that's okay too. It's like a burst in the sky. And let's see, they're not always perfect. They look beautiful though. And you just kind of zigzag around, and like I said, you don't have to be perfect with it. And all of this is trash. That little bit off there. And so those are our bursts. They're not perfect, but they look good. So I'm going to take some dimensionals. I'm also not using the ones from the kit. I'm going to add those to my Time to Celebrate. Pull the backs off. Discard those. I'm going to bring this up here. Whoops. Thought I discarded them. They stuck to my finger. There we go. I'm going to bring that right up here and go over that string, and I'm hiding the tape that I had used, or the seal, to hold that down. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. This one I'm going to put maybe 2. Probably 1 would have worked, but I personally like to make certain things hold well. These are great dimensionals though, so don't think for a moment that these would not hold. Let's see, we'll put it up here in the corner. And then I'm going to put 1 on this top corner here, over there, that I want to put either glue or seal. So I'm just going to put it right here. Oops. Right here on this end, because I am going to overlap that Let's Celebrate right here. Oops. I want it under that string, but like that. And I might need to tuck a small one up underneath that because I wasn't certain where it was going to land. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to go ahead and take the backing off of one of these. Sure. Like that. We're going to do that. And then I'm just going to pick this up. Like that. So this is how you can tuck up underneath. So I'm going to lift this up and then tuck. There we go. So there's that. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and untie this again. I just wanted to make certain that I had my string where it needed to be. I'm going to pop this open and open this to show that it's a gift card holder. And I guess I could do the back. So now instead of it going up and down, you can do one this way. So I guess I'm showing you 2 different ways. I'm going to clean that thing again, the firework. I'm going to bring this in here. And I could do the same, but I'm going to do the Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to do each corner. So if I don't have enough to do the one, I do have a secondary kit, so I can show you different things, but I'm trying to show everything you can get out of one kit. So now that we have that in there like that, and you also have a room to put a card with a sentiment on there. you could, do different things, or if you're given two gift cards, pardon me. So there's that, and you just tie that shut. Like that. I like to do it upside down just because I have better control, I think, over it. But I'm going to do this way for now. And tuck that in there like that. And so there are two different ones. You can have the vertical and you can do the horizontal. And so I thank you for joining me for this little paper pumpkin display. So I'm going to write down the measurements for this one. So we take a full front panel. So instead of it being 8.5 by 5.5, it is 4 1/4 by, I believe, 5.5. So I'm going to do the measurements here, make certain. So this one here is, let's see, pardon me. This one is 5.5 that way, and 3 3/4. So, well, no, when we add that, so 4 1/4. Sorry. And then you are going to score that at, see, I keep having my ruler upside down, at 2 3/4. I knew I should have paid better attention, at 2 3/4. And then from the, this is on the 5.5. So at 5.5, that means it's 4 1/4 tall. Let's make certain. So here. Oh, nope, it's 5.5 by 5.5. That does not make sense to me, but it must be correct. So 5.5 by 5.5. Sorry about that. And then scored at 2 3/4, and then scored again at 1 3/4. So let me grab a piece of copy paper and show that to make certain that those measurements are correct. This was the first one that I made, and so that's been a couple, 2-3 weeks ago. So we're going to do a 5.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, and we will see if we can make that exact one. 5.5 and 5.5, and then we're going to score it 2 3/4. Yeah, I think this is going to be correct. Then we're going to do 1 3/4 from the bottom. On that line. That. And we are going to fold up on that 1 3/4 line. Yes, those are correct measurements. And then we're going to fold it in half. Take those paper snips and go from the bottom up. Close that up. Without that V, it all bunches up. Round those corners at the top and the bottom. And there we go. So it's 5.5 by 5.5 scored at 2 3/4. And then the other way it's scored at 1 3/4. So yes, that is correct. So I hope that this helps you get 2 different ways to do a gift card. You can do it like that, or you can do it like this one. So thank you so much for joining me for this, and sorry for the little bit of a change, but I think that either one of them will work. So until next time, happy stamping.